impress my guests? Well, I've got a super easy, super fantastic little dessert for you. This is an apple cranberry strudel, all plant-based. I'm going to show you how to make it. Come on over to Robin Asbell, Plant-Based Chef on YouTube, and you can make this too. Oh, God, so good. So let's make our little apple cranberry strudel. It's just going to be the boring part. I've got these gorgeous Haralsons, so I'm going to peel them and I'm going to slice them. I'm just a hands-on kind of paring knife peeler. I don't have any special device. I just peel them the way my mom taught me to, with a paring knife. And then you can slice them into quarters, cut out the core, and then, holding them in the air, thinly slicing them. So my beautiful apples are all sliced up and ready to be sauteed. So I'm going to just crank up the heat under this pan, and I've got a little coconut oil in there, and I'm going to just add my apples to the pan and saute them. This way my filling will be cooked before it goes into the strudel, and all I have to do is just cook these until they are just about soft enough to eat. So these apples are getting soft. One of the things we love about a good baking apple like this Haralson is that it keeps its shape even after this amount of abuse. So now I'm going to sprinkle in some cinnamon and stir that. Oh, if you could smell this. Then very quickly I'm going to add some vanilla and lemon. The pan is plenty hot, so I don't need to have the heat on anymore. I'm stirring in some sugar, and I'm just going to stir until the sugar starts to melt and absorb the juices of the fruit. Oh, look at that. Luscious and syrupy. And then to finish it, I'm sprinkling in some flour, which will bind the filling in the strudel. So here we have our absurdly delicious apples. And then I'm going to stir in the dried tart cherries and or cranberries, whichever you prefer. And here it is, our lovely filling. Just look at that, glossy, syrupy, delicious. I'm going to put it into this bowl and let it cool a little bit. And you want to get every bit of that delicious, delicious syrup. So my apple filling has cooled a bit, and so I'm going to show you how to work with filo. So I have this package of filo. I thawed it in the refrigerator overnight. That's really important so that the moisture sort of redistributes in the dough properly. And then I just unwrap it. And I'm going to roll it out. Now this is technically a half sheet. All the sheets are different sizes. These are very convenient because it's not the giant sheet that used to be the only kind you could get, where you would have this, something twice this big, or roughly so. So I'm going to lay it out. Now you can lay it out on I put a plastic wrap on here, and then I put a plastic wrap over the top. I know that's a lot of plastic wrap. You could also use wax paper for less plastic, but this works pretty well. So this is the way I was always taught to do it. So this way it does not dry out while you're working with it. And then I have this damp towel, and I can lay that over the top, and that will keep the filo from drying out without getting the moisture from the towel on the filo. So I have my filling, I have my pan lined with parchment, I have melted coconut oil, which is going to serve as the butter, and I have some turbinado sugar for a crunchy sugar. So I'm going to take a sheet and just start with the coconut oil. Now you could use margarine if you've got a favorite plant-based butter that you like. I like the coconut oil actually a lot because it has a real crispness when it bakes up. So I'm just going to dab this on here. And you can sprinkle a little sugar in there if you'd like. And just keep building. And depending on the shape of your filo, mine's sticking a little bit, but it's pretty good, not too cracked or anything. I'm going to just keep building. This is much easier than trying to make fresh strudel dough by hand, I promise you. It's awfully hard to roll it out this thin. So I can just stack this up. And if you want to use fewer sheets, you certainly can. But it's nice to have a little bit of crunchy crust on the outside of all those delicious apples. And it'll be sturdier when you slice it, if you've got a little bit of crust on there. You see, oh, it's tearing a bit, but that's all right. It won't show at all, as long as we have some good sheets to have on the outside, which the outside was that first sheet we put down. Sprinkle, sprinkle, just a touch. And you can build this into multiple little strudels if you'd like. You can easily just do this with making little packets, little triangles, little foldovers of different sorts. But let's see, I've got several sheets on there. I'll just do one more and call it good. Just one little bit of brushing just to keep it from getting soggy. And then I will cover this up again and keep it from drying out. So to form my strudel, I'm going to put the filling down the middle. You want to leave room on both sides, all sides I should say, all four ends to do some folding in. And if you've got extra juicy juice in there, you might want to leave it behind. Call it the cook's bonus. And shape these into a sort of a little rectangle in the middle. Then I'm going to go in from the ends. Make a little packet. And then over from the sides. Just so that it covers. Then flip it and hit it with some more coconut oil. I'm going to cut some little vents in the top so that as this bakes, the juices and the steam can come out. And then I'm going to cover the whole thing with more turbinado sugar for a beautiful effect. Now I'm going to put this in the oven about 20 minutes. Yum! Look at that. It's bubbling, it's boiling. It's ready to come out of the oven. Let's do it. So here we have our gorgeous apple cranberry strudel, just fresh and hot out of the oven. You can see it's got nice and toasty golden brown. So I'm gonna have to let it cool for a second on this cooling rack, and then I'll come back and cut a slice. I can't tell you how delicious this smells. Oh, and here it is. Here is my gorgeous, toasty golden brown, juicy apple and cranberry or tart cherry strudel. Look at that. Fantastic, beautiful. I had to let it cool, transferred it to this little cutting board, and now the final moment of truth. I'm going to cut a slice. I'm going to move it to a plate. Ooh, look inside there. Luscious, delicious, fantastic, fantastic little apple cranberry strudel. And if you don't have some ice cream handy or whipped cream or plant-based whipped cream that you like, I like to just dust a little powdered sugar on it, just for a little bit of zhuzh. And here we have it, our gorgeous, gorgeous showstopper. Impress your friends with this beautiful strudel. It's a great little dish anytime in the wintertime, honestly, but also great little holiday dish. This is not a huge amount, so you can do this for a smaller group in case you don't have a big, huge group gathering. So please do come on over, follow me, check me out, follow me on Instagram, all of the above, and definitely give this delicious strudel a try.